Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little planner chat and we are in the middle of a mess, so that's why all these planners are out. And I stopped and I looked at it and I was like, I should probably start recording here instead of giving y'all the updates later on. And so there are days where I'm just looking through my system and I just notice, because I try to gauge my entire planner system off of activity. So what am I using? Is this actually working? And so if y'all recall, this is my medium ring agenda, and I was using this for my schedule, for my hourly work and content. And then I decided to take the content section out, just leave it very simple, because I wasn't using it. And after this week of work, actually the past 2 weeks, I noticed that I really wasn't in my hourly, my daily hourly, because for work I had my daily inserts. And actually I can show this to y'all so y'all can see, because I don't think I put any confidential information on there. And I just noticed I haven't been using it, and I really think it's because of the size of the planner that I haven't been using it. So I think initially my intention was that if I got the half hours, because I had the single hours last year, I would use it more. And I think now it's not the fact that it has anything to do with that. It's the fact that I don't think the personal size is going to work for me. So here is a few days. So right, this is when I first really started it. But then you'll see I'm putting in my schedule, but my schedule changes so much, and meetings get canceled literally up to 2 minutes before. And I'm not really using these. I don't write just general notes in them. As you'll see, I didn't have anything on my to-do list here, any of these days. So that means I just set this up at the beginning of the week and just didn't really touch it. And I've noticed I haven't been using it for work. And then because I leave this on my work desk, I don't use it in general. I haven't been really gravitating towards my schedule. And so I wanted to change that, because if this isn't, I'm not using this, and the past few weeks, I think I've mentioned in my Plan With Me's, I've just had so much going on with work. That means that if I'm not using it when I'm at my busiest, I'm not going to use it when I'm slower. That means it's just not working. And so I think I'll probably just stash the half-hour inserts on my Instagram or Mercari, we'll see. But anyway, either way, I don't think I'm going to be using the daily in here anymore, and I just don't think it works for me for work. And so what I have decided to do is keep my hourly in here, because I just love this hourly view. I can still use it as my schedule section, and then I put in just regular note inserts in here. And that's just to follow the tabs, but also if I want to use it, I think for finances, the biggest change is I want to use this for finance now. So I'm going to take my finance section out of here and put all that information in here with the monthly inserts that I have and that I wasn't really using. I just copied information over, but now I can have a more intentional way of using this, because I can just use this for finances. I have all this room on the back to write things out, and I think it'll work better. I've loved using this as a finance agenda, so we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna bring back my previous system where I wrote when everything was due and then the payments. And so what I think I'm going to do is this inbox is going to be all of my main expenses, utilities and things that I share with my husband, so all of our joint expenses. And then the outbox is going to be all of my personal things that I'm paying off and my debt management plan and system. And because I love this view for it, and I don't really need, because everything's on auto pay with my husband, to check things off or look at it from this view. I still like having that calendar view in my finance section. So I just need to copy that over. And honestly, this is really big. And I knew it was really big going into it. I think I might have mentioned it in the setup. So I think this will be the perfect size to reference it, but then also get my use out of it. And I can just put in all of our expenses here, and then any important dates that are relevant to our joint expenses. So if we're taking me to the vet, when we need to renew our lease, different things like that that are more important for our household. And then again, personal debt and credit card payments and all that, all of my car payment and stuff will come out of here. I might put car payment here, we'll see. But either way, But that was my thought process, and I really like this idea because it's something that I've been wanting to do. And I was like, well, you know, I'm using this for work and it's gonna work for work, but it hasn't. I haven't used it, and I just showed y'all, like, I haven't been using it daily, so there's no point in that. And I really don't think I need a daily planner, and I'll go over that part in a second. So we're moving my finance section into the medium ring. We removed the dailies. And so this is now going to be my content section. So I added this perpetual calendar to the miscellaneous section a little bit ago. I think like the last week, I think I shared it in my plan with me. And now this finance tab is just gonna be my content section, and the miscellaneous will go back to being notes, and it'll eventually be that moving household section once we get there. So I'm excited for that change. And then for work, with those changes, that means I don't have a planner. So I literally just ran to Target, and so I wanted to share what I got with you guys and kind of go over my thought process too on all of the options. So y'all saw that I had the daily day designer planner last year, and so again, I don't think daily's the best. I stopped using that and I went into the inserts because I just wasn't gravitating towards it daily. And so I think that just means I need a weekly view when it comes to planning, because I still want to jot things down. And so I initially went to like just check out the day designer again, because I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, it'll just be nice to have the dates in that planner because there was just so much room in there. And then I saw they had other options. So again, I recorded clips, so I'll show y'all what they had. Again, these are all at Target. These are all like $25, right? So if they don't work out, like, I think they're a good price. But first looked at that day designer that I did have, which I do like. The best part about that daily planner is I love that it's broken down into the half hour and that you see the times there, because especially since we have meetings at the half hour, I really loved using that. Probably more than my Infinite Lotus inserts if I'm like looking back at it now and trying to be honest with you guys. I just think it was more, like, if I were to go to a daily, I would probably get that planner again. But then I saw that they had some weeklies, and I wanted to check out the weeklies and kind of just visualize myself like using them. And so they had this pretty large one. It was probably 8.5 by 11, but I liked the layout because I felt like it made sense. And then they had it in like a portfolio style as well. Again, I like the layout. I just didn't think it was going to work. I wanted something a little bit more compact. And then I saw this one, and they were all together, so I was just like going through and looking at all of them. And so this is the weekly monthly planning calendar. I'll have everything linked below for you guys, just in case y'all find one interesting that y'all like, or if you want to just look at them up close. The portfolio one was nice, but it was 8.5 by 11. It was pretty big, so I don't need that. I need something compact that I can just keep at my work desk, and I think this one is just going to be perfect, to the point where I'm already going to take this off so y'all can see what it looks like. But I think this one's really cute. I love Day Designer. I think I mentioned before I got into like the planning community, these were the planners that I used, and I still love them and still use them because I think they make really great work planners. So this is the one that I chose, and I love the color. I think this also makes like a great professional looking planner, right? Like, I can definitely take this with me when I have to travel. It's light, it's compact, and it just looks very nice and professional. And opening it up, these planners have a little today bookmark. You have some stickers. And then there's some goal setting items that are in here. There's also this pocket, which is actually really nice, so you can store things in here. Personal information, reference calendar. This is about their story. And then again, you have the goals section, which I'm not going to use because it's going to be for work. I might actually rip it out. They do have 2022 in here, so we don't need any of that. So I can definitely tear all that out. And then we have January. So here's the monthly view, and it's the same in all of their planners. They have the same structure. So the best part about this planner is that they have lined months, which I really like, because y'all know I like structure. I like when things are lined, and they're kind of faint. So I feel like on like some level you might not be able to see it, but if you zoom, you have it. And so it'll just make everything look more like cleaner. And then you have the previous and upcoming month, your notes and to-do list, and then you go into your weeks. And so it's a week on 2 page. And My hourly schedule, we all use Google Calendar at work, and so I've become, I think, a little bit more accustomed to using that system than I did when I first started because of how things change. I don't feel like I really need to write out all of my meetings. However, in this planner, I will more than likely still do that. So you have a top 3 section up here. So that'll be the top 3 projects or priorities that I have for the week. And then you have a note page and then a to-do list. And so what I plan to do is whenever I have our note page, a note section and a to-do list. So what I plan to do is if I have an important meeting or an important deadline, I'll just write that over here. And then I have my to-do list for the day, which I really like and I feel like will be very beneficial. The weekends are compact, and what I can do here is if I have stuff that I just need to get done throughout the week, I can probably do like high priority, low priority, and just write out things that need to get done throughout the week here and use this more as like a weekly view since it's for work and I don't work on the weekends. So really excited to use this and try it out. It's very similar to the Focus Planner, and so I will see how this works, and if when Erin Condren launches their Focus collection, I'll more than likely switch to that just because I love Erin Condren, as y'all know, and the Focus Planner and their paper, but I do want to try this out. I really like this top 3 section here, but I also think this is just something that I can use for work, jot down notes, not really care, and then proceed to use my planners just for personal use. So here's the upcoming week. And so we'll just leave that today bookmark here. But yeah, that is the Day Designer. It's just so compact. That's something that I do like, is that the pages are like a little bit thinner, but that's really nice, especially if you're going to be carrying this with you, right? Like, so I work from home, so that's not a huge factor, but it will be nice because I do have to travel for my job. I do sometimes will go in to meet, like for meetings. And so it is nice to have like a very light planner that holds everything and to have that pocket too. But yeah, that is the new planner to the system. And that is all of the changes that I'll be making today. And I hope you guys liked this video and found it useful, maybe to hear a little bit more of insights on why I do things. If y'all want to see more of this whenever I do like make these changes, just let me know, because I don't know, I feel like it could help, especially if you're trying to think of if your system's working for you, hearing like why people make certain changes in their systems. So yeah, other than that, that is going to be it for this video. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.